I'm running out of time, every day goes by so fast. And every moment counts, baby, I don't wanna miss a thing. We can sleep under the stars, we can sleep under the stars, or hang out in hotel bars, driving somewhere in your car. We can sleep under the stars, we can sleep under the stars, under the stars. Take my hand, and we don't need to do the things we don't want to do.
You make me nervous. In the corner of my best friend's sofa, you were getting buzzed on rum and cola. Wasn't brave enough yet just to talk to you. Not a smooth talker under pressure. Sweaty palms ain't making it much better. Something about you just met the other night, but I can't get you off my mind. Not a smooth talker under pressure. Sweaty palms ain't making it much better. Something about you feels so special. Pretty awkward from the minute that I met you.
Okay, I'm back at the end and I'm going to be explaining this machinima and what happened in it. So to start with, I want to say how incredibly wrong bullying is and all the things that you saw Zachary doing before he went through a real life-changing process. The reason why I wanted to do a machinima like this is because I think that starting off with a very bad, unlikable character and then changing in the end and you get to see their journey throughout is quite a nice and positive thing, even though we start with a very negative thing. In no way am I trying to glorify it. I was trying to show how horrific Zachary's life was when he was living like that, and I hope that that will have been brought across in the machinima. It's always really hard to do, especially because the Sims are so happy and it's such a happy, nice world. So if it ever feels like I am doing it, I'm really trying not to, and that is why I tried to make it look quite negative. And the facial expressions of his girlfriend when she saw how he was behaving was incredibly negative, and I hope that that was brought across in the machinima, as well as how other people were disgusted by his actions throughout. So I want to go through the story and I want to just talk about it a little bit and give you a kind of summary of what happened, just in case you're not sure. It's about a guy called Zachary, and I think the girl's called Lily, but I'm not sure. So he goes to a party. Lily is somebody who is not like seen in that kind of environment, and she decides to go out one night and they fall in love. They're complete opposites and they get on really well. They laugh, they joke, they kind of go away from the party a bit and just spend time together, and they have a real connection. So they both start college / university / school, I don't know. The next day she realizes how different he is to what she thought he was, and she's disgusted by what he is because he's a terrible, terrible human being. He bullies people, he is taking drugs, he's smoking, he's drinking at school, he's completely out of control, he's fighting, and the way that he behaves towards one of the guys in his class is just absolutely horrifying, and she's horrified by it when she sees it happen. So as the story progresses, as you sort of start to see him like trying to kind of get her attention, she becomes less and less interested, and he starts to get very infuriated by it and wondering, why is she ignoring me? I don't understand, what was wrong? Like, I haven't changed. And he realizes that the reason why she's being so off with him and she is just ignoring him and like sort of ignoring any sort of passes that he makes at her is because she is just horrified at his behaviour. She's really upset with him because she didn't realise that he was like that at all. Completely different to the person that she met at the party. So he has some serious reflecting time, and then he decides to go and put every single thing right that he feels was incredibly wrong. So the first thing that he does is he throws away all his drugs, his alcohol and everything. He was also supposed to throw away the poo because he put poo on someone's desk, and then that was a little bit of, you know, sort of with the bag. I don't know, yeah, I didn't put that in the machinima, but it was supposed to be there, so that's included. He then goes and apologises to the person that he stole the clothes of, that he ruined the desk of, and that he's just been genuinely horrible to. And they seem to be on pretty good terms, and he seems to be okay with it. And then what happens is he apologises to the jock, that when the jock came into the toilets and he kind of humiliated him a bit, he was like, you know, get out, we're smoking, etc, etc, just being really nasty to him. He goes and apologises to him. Now this is a part where I really felt like he had to be reprimanded, so that's why the jock didn't forgive him. The jock got his own back with his own group of bullies, and I really felt like it was important to include this because not every person is going to forgive him for the terrible way that he's acted, and they got even. They did exactly back to him what he did to them. So yeah, in a way that was the sort of reprimand for him. That was his kind of punishment. So he's obviously very humiliated because of this, and you know, that's what he did to people equally. So what happens is he leaves a letter and some flowers on Lily's doorstep, and then he leaves, and she sees him walk off, and she sees him, you know, kind of with his shoulders down, etc. So she goes and investigates. She's not like forgiving him just because of the flowers and the letter, but when she gets to his house, this was supposed to kind of show that she understood a little bit more why he acts like this, even though it isn't an excuse whatsoever. There is something going on in his home life, like he lives in a very bad environment, which isn't really healthy for a young guy. I mean, it's a really like not so very nice house, and he has to look after it by himself. He can't see any parents around, so there's obviously some issues there. And we get a little closer look into it. You know, maybe he's gone through some issues in his life, and that's why he's projecting how he is at school or college or university. I don't know which one it is. So anyway, she decides to give him one last chance because he's genuinely incredibly sorry for the way that he's acted. And even though it isn't enough to show you that just in that short little clip, that's where she says one last chance, and that really does mean one last chance. That's why I underlined it. And yeah, it's supposed to be just her saying, I'll give you a last chance and we'll see how it goes. Another thing that I wanted to mention is the stereotypes. Now, the things that I used in this video, like sort of the rebels, the jocks, the geek, you know, the girl, they're very cliche. They've been done a million times before, and I hate using stereotypes. I hate stereotyping Sims, you know, rebels, the bullies, they've got tattoos, and you know, the jocks are kind of bullies as well, and the geek will always get picked on. I don't want to do that. The reason why I had to do it is because it's so hard to bring a message out in The Sims with the short time I have and trying to not use so many words. Like I only tried to use like a couple of sentences. I actually tried to do the machinima with different characters and it just didn't work. Like you wouldn't be able to see what was going on. You wouldn't be able to see like the story. You'd be thinking, hang on, who's this? Who's that? You know, I tried to make the bully look more kind of just like an ordinary kind of geeky guy, and I tried to make the geeky guy look a little bit more buff, but it just didn't work. So I hope you'll be able to appreciate that. Again, I'm really sorry, it just can't be done with such a small amount of time, so many scenes, and for it to be quite an easy to follow storyline. So that is it. Anyway, hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and let me know what you thought in the comments below. I of course always appreciate support on these videos because they take me so long to make. Thank you so much for watching it, and I'll speak to you on the next one.